You're 29 when the email arrives. $200,000 a year, and your hands start shaking. You read the number 4 times. It still doesn't feel real. You call your mom. She starts crying before you even finish the sentence. When you were 9, dinner was candlelight for a month. The electric bill is lost. 200,000 doesn't feel like money. It feels like a door closing on your old life. That night, you do the math everyone does. $16,600 a month. You laugh out loud in your empty apartment. You're rich. You're sure of it. 2 weeks later, the first paycheck hits. You open the banking app in the parking garage. $9,000. Taxes, Medicare, insurance, and your 401k took 7 before you touched it. Okay, you say to no one. Still a lot. And it is. That's the problem. It's just enough to feel unlimited. You spent your 20s with coffee-colored carpet and a neighbor who practiced drums at midnight. So when the leasing agent shows you the downtown high-rise, you already know you're saying yes. Floor-to-ceiling glass, a rooftop pool, the skyline layout like a promise. You don't negotiate. $3,200 a month, signed in under 10 minutes. I earn $200K, you tell yourself. The phrase becomes a password for every wrong door. Your old Civic still runs fine. That was never the problem. But it looks wrong in this garage. Parked between a Tesla and a BMW like a typo. The dealership makes it painless. Smiles, coffee, and a tablet where the numbers barely look real. $840 a month for 72 months. Insurance adds another $220 you barely notice. You drive home with the windows down. You don't do the math. Math is the enemy of the feeling. Then come the quiet ones, the costs that never announce themselves. DoorDash on tired nights, which is most nights. $400 a month, hiding in 70 receipts. The gym with the cold plunge, $200. You go 4 times a month. Streaming services you couldn't even name, $90 every month, forever. Flights to weddings, because everyone you know is getting married somewhere Instagram chose. $300 monthly, averaged. Student loans, the last ghost of your old life. $610 a month. And the credit card from moving costs is still alive 18 months later. $300 minimum, mostly interest. None of it feels reckless. That's the trick. It never does. No yacht, no gambling. Just 1,000 reasonable decisions by a person who stopped checking the total. 200,000 goes in. Almost nothing stays. And you haven't noticed yet. 2 years in, the company announces layoffs. The email lands at 4:47 on a Friday. You survive the first round. 2 desks away, someone is packing a cardboard box. That night, for the first time since the offer letter, you open a spreadsheet. Salary, $200,000. The biggest number your family has ever seen. Take home after taxes and deductions, $134,000. The first 66 never existed. Rent, $38,400 a year. The skyline was never free. The car, $12,700 every single year for a machine that loses value daily. Food and delivery, $14,000. Mostly eaten alone, standing over the kitchen island. Loans and the credit card, $11,000. Interest you paid for a life already consumed. Travel, gym, subscriptions, the leaks with no names. $19,000, gone without a single memory. Savings after 2 years at the highest salary in family history, $6,800. One bad month, 1 transmission and 1 ER visit, and you're back at the candlelight table. You don't sleep, but in the dark, the shame burns off, and what's left is arithmetic. You don't blow up your life. The fix turns out to be almost insultingly boring. You let the lease expire. A 2-bedroom split with a coworker. Your share, $1,600. You sell the car at a loss that makes you physically wince. You sign anyway. You buy a 3-year-old Mazda in cash. The whole deal takes 40 minutes. And you learn something nobody advertises. A paid-off car drives exactly like a financed one. You set one automatic transfer on payday morning. The money moves before you're even awake. You call it paying the future first. He's the only one who never wastes it. The credit card dies over 4 focused months. You cut it in half on the kitchen counter. The student loans get a kill date, circled in red on the wall calendar. You keep the gym. You keep one streaming service. This was never about monk mode. You still fly to the weddings. You just booked the flights 2 months earlier now. The rule is simple now. Money leaves on purpose, or it doesn't leave at all. End of year 3, the spreadsheet tells a different story. $58,000 saved and invested. Same salary, same city, same job. Only the direction of the money changed. Your mom visits that spring. First time she's seen the new place. The apartment is smaller than the photos you used to send. She notices and decides not to ask. Dinner is home cooked and the lights are on. You both notice that part. After dinner, you don't show her the apartment. You show her the brokerage account. She looks at it for a long time, longer than the number needs. Baby, the paycheck was never yours. This is the first money you've ever actually kept. 20 years out, the math is almost rude in how simple it is. $7,000 a year becomes a cushion. $58,000 a year becomes a different life. The kind of life where a layoff email is an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. You earned $200,000 a year for 3 years before you made any money at all. Most people never notice the difference. The deposits keep arriving, and the money keeps leaving. The salary was never the problem. It never is. Watch what happens at every level next.